Hai, welcome to Humor Jenata.
Jessica,
Fina, Okta, yay!
Okay, hello everyone, back again with the three of us on this podcast where we will discuss about teenagers.
Well, this time the topic really suits us because we are still teenagers, so we know what teenagers feel.
That's really true, especially nowadays. There are so many things happening, both positive and negative, that teenagers do, right?
As Fina said earlier, we are classified as teenagers because we are still 16 and 17 years old, whereas someone can be classified as a teenager when they are between 11 and 24 years old.
But actually, teenagers themselves refer more to their transitional period, where at first someone was still a child, then move on to become an adult.
And I think adolescence is an important period because adolescence is often said to be a time when someone is looking for their true self and identity.
I agree, although sometimes searching for identity is often misinterpreted by other teenagers, right? The proof is that many teenagers commit juvenile delinquency.
Instead, teenagers need to have good mental and emotional health, as well as the ability to make good decisions and be responsible for their action.
Yesterday I just heard that there was a case related to bullying of Benus children. It was a very serious case because of physical and psychological violence.
I know. That's one of the perpetrators, Vincent Rompier's son, right?
That's right. That's one of the cases where bullying really shouldn't happen because it can disturb the victim's mental health, and the victim's parent even reported it to the police.
Apart from bullying, yesterday I was also involved with a case of teenagers borrowing in South Tangerang.
Therefore, as time progresses, there will be more and more forms of juvenile delinquency, such as theft, drugs, harassment, illegal racing, gambling, and the others.
I even read that cases of juvenile delinquency in Asia have reached 50%. When I found out, I was really shocked.
How do you think about how to solve it? Because teenagers are usually very stubborn.
In my opinion, it's by building good communication and understanding teenagers' feelings, because teenagers can actually understand if they are told in stage.
In fact, if teenagers are taught something harshly, they can be even harsher, right? That's why the role of family and friends is very important for teenagers.
Yes, I agree. But again, teenagers also have to be able to control themselves, especially if they get caught up in a relationship they might not be good.
Moreover, the cause often occurs due to social interaction, so they must be able to set limits on personal awareness and devote it to more positive things.
True, for me, communication is the main key. Because open communication will strengthen relationship and find out the feelings or problems that the person is feeling.
Sometimes teenagers are more obedient if their parents advise them to. Do you, as a teenager, have any life hacks to deal with things at this vulnerable age?
For me, I prefer time management, study technique, healthy habits, and goal setting. If a teenager already knows his responsibilities and obligation, he should have an awareness of these goals, because everything comes back to yourself first.
I'm allowed to add a little, as simple as looking for new things that suit yourself and are also good for self-development, but it needs to be underlined that these things are positive things. Apart from that, self-control is also very necessary so that teenagers are able to socialize well.
I really agree with your opinion. Again, teenagers must be wise in their behavior and words. If the person himself doesn't have awareness, then it will be difficult.
OMG, I'm really happy that our discussion today is very exciting and relatable. So let's just talk according to the flow.
That's really true. I think we've discussed enough times regarding teenagers because we've discussed a lot.
I think so. I hope that from our discussion, teenagers out there will be aware of the importance of making good use of their teenage years.
Yes, thank you also to those of you who have listened to this podcast until the end.
See you again in another discussion with an interesting them friends.
Bye bye bye. We are Humor Jonathan,
Jessica,
Fina,
Okta.